What's going on, everybody? Boy Looney here. And a little bit of a different video today, just because I think this is one of the worst weekends I've experienced as a Marvel fan. Um, just in terms of not understanding what they're going for right now. Because this past weekend, man, yeah, they had Spider-Man, but if you're a person of color like me, you got a different message from Marvel. Okay? I have not watched Wonder Man yet. Because if I had, it would be on the channel. But I haven't watched it yet. I was looking forward to watching it, heard good things about it. Now I'm kind of caught on do I even want to watch it, on the fact that, from what I understand, it was well received. It got all these acclaim, got announced for the second season, and now it's just canceled. Okay. On top of Mahershala Ali, Oscar winner, been had to play Blade since 2019, basically came out and was like, and well, he just shitted on him. He said, I've basically been there for 7 years. They couldn't figure anything out. Talk to them. They had me for 7 years. They couldn't do anything. And it's just like, okay, that's one character. You know, Wonder Man traditionally is white, but he has been portrayed as a black guy. And we have Blade, who's also played by a black guy, that they just couldn't figure anything out. And then that had me thinking, like, didn't they announce something else? Like in Damn Near a couple years ago? Yeah, Armor Wars, which is supposed to be with War Machine. Where's that? It's all for three. Let's not even talk about the dumpster fire that is Secret Invasion. They did that to Nick Fury. That's four. How about we go to The Last Captain America with Sam Wilson? Not the best movie. They didn't have any Sam Wilson story to tell. They had a Hulk story to tell. That's five. Then I go to Black Panther 2, which I don't care what people say. People can love that movie. I am not a fan. I disagree with a lot of the choices that were made for characters in that movie. And I'm not a big fan of that movie. So that's six for me. And then I look at Shang-Chi. Is he black? No. He's still, person of color in my book. And what do I see is, had a successful movie. Where is his sequel at? Never got one. Okay. And then you start looking at, we're seeing all this stuff for Avengers Doomsday. I don't care that the Marvels didn't make money. It ends with a specific thing that happens that makes you say, what's going on there? Where's Photon? And it's just like, continuously looking at it, it's like, how is it you guys are able to get a Ghost Rider movie off the ground like it's nothing? Got a release date, everything. But over 7 years, you couldn't get something with Blade? Blade was already successful. Ghost Rider was not. Blade should be easier. Have you seen those Nicolas Cage movies? They're not good. Don't get like, and somehow the second one, that Obama shittinism, is even worse than the first. But we can get him off going for another one again. And am I excited that Steve Rogers is coming back? Yes. Captain of America I'm one of his biggest fans. But the comics was able to do it so that you had Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers at the same time. And it wasn't, Sam still went through some stuff. He had to earn his stripes. I don't have a problem with that. But the movie he got was, no. They wouldn't have never given Steve Rogers anything like that. If Bucky had been made Captain America, he wouldn't have got that. Like, I feel that. Like, so just looking at it, it just has me kind of looking at them really sideways right now. Because it seems to be the only characters they have issues with getting off the ground to some extent are either female or people of color. And I'm thoroughly confused. It's not like you just had Joe Black nigga off the street, Joe Fuckadoo, to be Blade. You had an Oscar winner. I mean, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And then I hear Kevin Feige put out, I feel like the biggest failure. I I'm not hearing it because Mahershala Ali said one thing that for me is just ringing in my head. They made billions of dollars, but no one could figure out how to get Blade off the ground. And it's not even just in movies. There's a Blade video game that me and some of my friends have been looking forward to. That may not even come out. I'm just like, what is going on right now? What is happening? Wolverine's game's coming out. No issues with that though. And I'm supposed to believe Marvel can't have anything like, hey, what's going on? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm wearing this Marvel shirt ironically. Because I'm a little disgusted with them. You know? And I don't play favoritism with comics. I love DC. I love Marvel equally. They both have bad things going on. They both have good things going on. They both have things that just make you wonder, what the fuck are you thinking? But DC hasn't had the success that Marvel has had. So I give them a little bit more leeway. Even though they had the whole cyborg shit, which I have read up on, which, geez. And even though Gal Gadot can act to save her life, her career being threatened by Josh Whedon is also just not cool at all. But I've never seen one studio have so many projects with people of color and women just kind of just get fucked over like this. And I'm just a little bit irritated with it. And I just wanted to voice my opinion. And my opinion is Marvel needs to really look at what the fuck they're doing. Because now I feel like all the changes that you did, like making Namor like South American and everything like that, I look at it as pandering. I don't look at it as something that you guys are actively trying to do. And that's upsetting to me. Because I really felt like that was something y'all were trying to do. But 5 to 6 characters who just can't get nothing. And them all having one thing kind of in common. I'm not vibing it. Not vibing it at all. That's pretty much all I got to say. But some people may like what I said. Some people may not like what I said. I don't give a fuck. The fact is, Marvel has too much money to be announcing anything and shit to fall through. You've made too much money. And I don't accept it. Looney.